Rings are a pretty integral part of Deepwoken that are often overlooked by the community when not outright designed with a build in mind. In today's video, I will be going over every ring in Deepwoken and why you should or shouldn't use them, and what makes them unique. If you enjoy, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment so I can keep making videos like this, especially because Deepwoken is really dry. Now, let's get into it. The golden ring is the basic ring. It has no unique perks, and it's a simple Signe golden ring, which the model is reused from Rogue Lineage, along with most of the other ring models. The only time people equip golden rings is when the stats are good, since stats are the only benefit you get from wearing the golden ring. With the maximum average HP stat on a golden ring currently being 8 after the recent health nerf on equipment, at potentially 11 to 12 if the stats are all health according to people who I've asked. The moon ring is a legendary ring, despite being absolutely useless. All it does is remove wrinkles from your character if you have aging wrinkles from being past 40 years in game. Regardless, the moon ring is actually better than the golden ring, with the current maximum HP being 13 as shown in this image, which is mine and recent, by the way. The moon ring is only used by those who don't like wrinkles and have a spare ring slot, or by those with very high HP moon rings. Conga's clutch ring is the first ring in this list that provides utility. It removes the cooldown between your slides. This allows for you to do the velocity slide cancel glitch, which was popularized by Agamatsu. However, ever since the Deepwoken momentum update, it's an outdated and useless tech, making Conga's essentially a golden ring. Similarly to the gold ring, the max HP on it is 8, meaning people only use this if they have high HP ones, or if they haven't taken it off since before the momentum update. The Blood Iron ring is just useful to have if you're early game and need armor. The Blood Iron ring makes it so gripping NPCs or players gives you 2 to 3% of your armor health back. The max HP of a Blood Iron ring is also about 8 HP. This is the first ring on the list that will actually ever be useful for more than just its health stat. But also this ring is useless if you have Thresher scales, which is pretty sad because most people by the end game should and probably do have Thresher scales. The Dazed band makes it so flourishing an opponent has a 50% chance to stun them as if you had Dazing Finisher. This ring may be reworked with Layer 2 as flourishing is being removed. This ring synergizes with Vanishing Follow-up as you can actually stack the teleport and the stun, which essentially guarantees you a hit. The Dazed band has a max health stat of about 8. This ring is shit. You deal 30% more posture damage in exchange for losing 15% of your weapon's swing speed. This is the first ring in which you would absolutely need to design a build around to make viable. This ring can actually be used on stone daggers, and now you've got a one-tapping posture medium weapon that does slightly less damage. The Heavy Hands ring can only have 8 HP at most, but it's really never worth using unless you want to make a funny posture stacking meme build. The Freestyler's band gives you a massive swimming speed increase when out of combat, and it changes your swim animation to make you glitch out every time you try to climb into boats. The Freestyler's band has a maximum HP set of 8 like much of the other rings. It is commonly used, but these are mostly used by people that just don't have other rings, or by people that think, it's very good because he swims faster and you can catch people faster before you get into combat. The name of this ring is likely a reference to Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, a game in which I was a top 70 speedrunner at one point. But besides that, this ring gives you 20% more damage on all of your damage sources. However, it causes you to take 40% more damage from all sources as well. The only time this ring is used is for builds revolving around high damage bursts to end fights quickly. Think Shadebringer doing 2 bars in a single hit, and medium attunementless users who, are retarded. The maximum health stat on these is 8 like much of the other rings, but this ring can actually be used if you make a build specifically designed around it. If you have a purifying ring, you can put seawater and acid into calabash canteens and drink it without throwing up. The purifying ring has a maximum of 8 HP and is overall not used by many people due to its lack of use in most situations, since most people don't even have canteens. And me personally, I have literally never crafted one of these, so I've never used a canteen. If you get hit by fire or lightning, you regenerate ether. This ring is good because it's free ether. That's pretty much it. The max HP is also like 8, which is the same as most of the other rings, but this ring is just useful utility. The exact same as Light Eater ring, except it causes you to gain ether when hit with wind or ice instead, and the max HP on a windmill is currently 8. This ring synergizes with Light Eater ring because it just means whenever you get hit by a mantra that isn't shadow, then you gain ether. but why would they make you gain ether on Shadow? The entire point of Shadow is to steal ether, so yeah, just use a windmill and a light eater together, you get ether against most people. The Ring of Pestilence makes it so after hitting someone with any source of damage, they have reduced healing from all sources by 50%. The maximum HP on a Ring of Pestilence is 8. This ring has a negative effect when you have the ice talent Saint J, as it reduces the healing you steal from opponents by 50%. So overall, if you're an ice user and you plan on getting the talent Saint J, which is a pretty good one, then do not use the Ring of Pestilence. This ring is designed for Ice and Hero Blade users. When using the Ring of Casters, you gain a 10% increase in mantra damage, but a 10% decrease in melee damage. This ring does stack, which a lot of people don't know, and it's good for mantra spam builds, which encompass 70% of Deepwoken's current meta, and yet everyone is afraid of the 10% melee damage decrease. Overall, the people who use these are scum because they definitely plan on running in circles and spamming mantras. The Ring of Wisps increase the buffs that your wisps give. For Flame Wisp, you get more increased regen. For Gale Wisp, you take slightly less fall damage, which is useless. The max HP on this ring is 8 HP. Only use this ring if you have the Flame Wisp, because the increased regen is significant and it is really good. Definitely don't use this ring if you have a Gale Wisp, because you shouldn't have taken Gale Wisp in the first place. The Pariah's Keepsake makes you deal more damage to factions that you have negative reputation with, making it highly efficient for farming Fort Merit after the recent loot buff. The max HP is also default 8, but as a whole, the people that use this probably have PvE or farming builds, and are probably farming Fort Merit after its recent buff. The Finisher's Ring, currently, is the strongest ring in the game. It reduces the hits required to proc a Flourish from 3 to 2. This allows for easier combos, especially against walls with talents like Bulldozer. The Finisher's Ring has amazing synergy with Spine Cutter, as it allows you to hit someone in the back for an instant Flourish. It also synergizes well with Bulldozer, because you can combo with it, like I said. The Finisher's Ring has a max health value of 8, like most other rings. The Deep Fire Ring is a direct upgrade for anyone using Flame Charm. It causes your flames to do 50% more damage while also smoldering 50% faster. This means you're getting the same damage in less time, and often more damage since people usually roll before taking full flame damage, causing them to take less. So this just makes people take more flame damage regardless. The maximum health on a Deep Fire Ring is 8 HP, and it synergizes with Azure Flames and flame users in general. So if you're a flame user, you should consider getting one of these. The Dawn Fist Ring makes it so all of your weapons now scale to your strength stat by 1.5. This means the more strength you have, the more damage your weapons will do. This is great almost all the time, because the strength stat is always good to have, especially because it gives increased pen stat. The Dawn Fist Ring synergizes well with heavy hitting builds, specifically those Ishin's Ring and Akira's Ring, because they add the most damage to a build possible for your shitty meme build to one-tap people. I fucking hate this ring, and I mean I fucking hate this ring. Willpower is my least favorite stat in the entire game, and making my weapon scale with willpower damage will still not make me go willpower. This could be a built-in fucking mechanic. Willpower could just give you more damage straight up, and Akira's ring could be built into the game, and I still would not go willpower because of how shit it is. And then, yeah, the only people that really use this are the ones who are, you know, making high damage one combo meme builds with Ishin's and Dawn Fist Ring, while maxing out willpower and strength so that way they can do the most damage possible with their Forgotten Gladius with Elastic on it. But really, I hate this ring. The Ring of Curses is the most recently added ring as of this video. The Ring of Curses causes more NPC events and monsters to spawn on top of you, and also partially ignores the check that prevents NPCs and events from spawning on top of you. This ring is actually pretty good because it can be used in the depths to farm much more easily since the monster spawn rate is usually pretty low. And this will also maybe help you get corrupted monsters, which you can use to get bell progression. As a whole, this new ring is pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to subscribe so I can continue to make more. Also, join my Discord in the description and comment section down below if you haven't already, and I'll be doing more Twitch stuff soon, so check me out on there. Goodbye.